If they were in the same weight class, it'd be a cracking fight. But there's too much of a gap. I think 126 is Inoue's ceiling. I really do.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight. Crazy.
But furthermore, he's a superstar in Japan. He doesn't really need to leave Japan to maintain his superstar status.
The boxing world is abuzz with excitement as fans eagerly anticipate a potential showdown between two of the sport's most electrifying fighters, Naoya Inoue and Gervonta Tank Davis. The speculation intensified following Inoue's recent dominant performances, which have solidified his reputation as a pound-for-pound king. With his flawless technique, blistering speed, and devastating power, the Japanese superstar has proven himself nearly untouchable in the ring. Meanwhile, Davis, known for his ferocious knockout power and relentless aggression, continues to be a formidable force across multiple divisions.
28 wins, no losses, no draws. 25 wins by way of knockout. He's the 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed champion, and the super bantamweight unified champion, right? So he has a fight coming up anyway.
While promoters have yet to confirm any talks, the growing demand from fans has already made a potential fight between Naoya Inoue and Gervonta Tank Davis the most talked about matchup of 2025. With both fighters at the peak of their powers and their legacies on the line, the stage is set for what could become an iconic moment in boxing history. Fans everywhere are hoping the boxing gods make it happen. In a recent interview, Gervonta Davis addressed the growing speculation surrounding a potential fight with Inoue. He acknowledged the excitement, stating it would be a thrilling matchup. However, Davis also raised concerns about the weight disparity between them, suggesting he might be too big for Inoue. This sentiment highlights the significant weight difference, as Davis competes at lightweight while Inoue is the undisputed super bantamweight champion. The prospect of Inoue moving up multiple weight classes poses significant challenges, making this highly anticipated fight unlikely in the near future.
I like, what's the guy from Japan? Yeah.
Do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catchweight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably. Yeah. That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like me and him. But I think I'll be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'll be too big for him, yeah. But that fight would be like
a dream fight.
Yeah, facts.
Gervonta Tank Davis has consistently praised Naoya Inoue for his exceptional boxing skills in interviews, acknowledging him as one of the sport's top fighters. Davis has often highlighted Inoue's impressive skill set and accomplishments. However, during a recent press conference, a reporter claimed that Inoue had dismissed Davis's abilities, stating that Davis only had power and posed no real threat. Davis was visibly surprised by this claim and responded, expressing disbelief that Inoue would say such a thing. He requested evidence of the alleged comment, clearly caught off guard. Inoue later addressed the situation by tweeting, "I never said anything like that," reaffirming the mutual respect between the two champions.
Inoue said there's nothing that you have that can give him real problems. All you have is power.
He said that?
Inoue said that. Yeah.
Alright, I don't want to go crazy. You trying to catch me?
I ain't trying to.
Huh?
I ain't trying to.
You didn't say that?
Yeah, he said it.
Show me.
Well,
I think there's a lot of compilation they combine things. I think I've seen it. I don't think he said that.
Because there's no way he said that. Come to be a boxer.
Former world champion TJ Doheny has weighed in on the ongoing speculation surrounding a potential showdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Inoue, stressing that the weight disparity makes the fight nearly impossible to imagine. Doheny believes that Davis, competing at lightweight, would be too much for Inoue, who has shown no interest in moving beyond 122 pounds, where he has dominated his division. While fans dream of seeing these two pound-for-pound stars clash, Inoue's physical limitation called for Inoue to test himself at super featherweight, 130 pounds, or even lightweight in a mega fight against Davis, which could determine the true pound-for-pound king of the sport. However, Doheny argues that Inoue seems content at 122 pounds, where he continues to dismantle his opposition with relative ease. Moving up to face larger, more dangerous fighters at 126 pounds or beyond would require a significant leap in both risk and physical adaptation. Something Inoue has yet to pursue. Doheny believes Inoue's ceiling is likely at 126 pounds, making a fight with Davis far-fetched. The Irishman explains that Davis's size, power, and overall physicality, boasting an undefeated record of 30 wins with 28 knockouts, would present challenges that Inoue, with his smaller frame, might struggle to overcome. For such a fight to even be considered, Doheny suggests a potential meeting at super featherweight as a compromise. Still, the logistical and physical challenges would remain significant. Boxing fans continue to hope for era-defining matchups, but Doheny highlights the reality of weight classes and physical limits in the sport. While Inoue's dominance at 122 pounds is undeniable, fans are eager to see him step out of his comfort zone and face tougher opposition. A clash with Davis, though tantalizing on paper, would require Inoue to take risks far beyond anything he has shown a willingness to attempt. For now, the fight remains a fantasy, and Inoue is focused on continuing to cement his legacy within his current division.
Do you think that's just, a weight class too high? I don't even know what weight that would be at, maybe 130, but is that just too much, or do you think he's capable of going up there and being a Tank Davis?
No, Tank's an absolute dog, but if they were in the same weight class, it'd be a cracking fight. But there's too much of a gap. I think 126 is Inoue's ceiling, I really do.
Yeah. Well, TJ, I appreciate your time. Obviously, 15th of March, you're fighting Nick Ball. Just any final words, any prediction, any message to your fans?
Not so much a prediction, but the fans can expect fireworks. It's going to be a great fight, and I'll be walking away as a two-way world champion. I can guarantee that.
A potential fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster, Inoue has the power to captivate the boxing world, thanks to their elite skills and undefeated records. However, a major obstacle could be Davis's aversion to working with TGB Promotions and their head, Tom Brown. Davis has openly expressed his disdain for Brown's involvement in the sport, stating he has little respect for his influence. This tension could complicate the organization of such a high-profile event. Despite this, fans continue to dream of the day these two champions meet, as both have proven time and again that they can deliver unforgettable performances inside the ring.
To kind of pivot into the fact that, I see it on Twitter all the time, and I've talked about it before while being in Japan. Can Tank and Inoue actually fight each other one day? It's a good question, because I don't think it's far-fetched. Now, more than likely they won't fight because Inoue's aligned himself with Turkey, right? And Tank doesn't work with Turkey. He don't like Turkey. On top of that too, you have the weight thing. Inoue stated when he fought Neri that he weighed 138 pounds. Tank tweeted during the build-up to this fight with Lamar Roach that he was on weight at 138 pounds. So they kind of have like Inoue's fight night weight is probably close to like what Tank's walk-around weight is. They're not far off. So weight-wise, as crazy as it sounds, because you don't think of Inoue and Tank as being the same size, because Inoue turned pro at light flyweight, Tank turned pro at, 130, something like that. So you wouldn't necessarily think of those two being close in size, but they actually are. So I think it's doable. Obviously, Tank has some signature fights at lightweight he's got to take care of, like Shakur Stevenson, like Devin Haney. Or Devin's at 47 now, so I can't even say Devin, but he's got Shakur Stevenson, he's got Teofimo Lopez, he might have Keyshawn Davis on his hands if Keyshawn wins the title. There's some business for him to take care of, and then for Inoue.
If a fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster Inoue were to materialize, it would undoubtedly become one of the biggest events in boxing history. This clash would pit America's most electrifying fighter against Japan's most dominant champion, both undefeated and possessing legendary knockout power. It would not only be a battle of styles, but a collision of two global icons, captivating audiences around the world. The fight would transcend boxing, symbolizing the convergence of two cultures at the pinnacle of the sport. With both fighters in their prime, Such a showdown could go down as an unforgettable chapter in boxing lore.
In a hypothetical sense, right? If Inoue and Tank did fight each other, that would be the biggest fight in boxing. Because you're talking about two, I would say you got the biggest American fighter, as far as like American-born fighters, versus the biggest Japanese fighter. So you're talking about the biggest star, not named Canelo, in North America, but from the United States of America, versus the face of boxing in Japan and Asia as a whole right now. So how could that fight not do crazy numbers? I feel like Inoue versus Tank would really make the world stop. And that would really be like for Tank, if they fought, he's supposed to knock out Inoue.
Gervonta Tank Davis's coach has expressed deep admiration for Naoya Monster Inoue and his achievements in the boxing world, acknowledging that Inoue's success is not only a personal triumph, but also a significant moment for Japan. The coach highlighted that Inoue's rise to prominence reflects the skill and determination that Japan has to offer on the international stage. He emphasized that the focus should be on allowing Inoue to continue his journey and reach his full potential, noting that the impact of his accomplishments extends beyond the ring, contributing to Japan's cultural pride. In a separate comment, Adrian Broner responded to questions about a potential fight between Davis and Inoue, advising reporters to relax and suggesting that Inoue should sit his little down. While acknowledging Inoue's skill, Broner implied that the fight may not be feasible due to the significant weight difference and other factors. He also mentioned that Inoue is fighting over there, possibly referring to Japan, and remarked, "They ain't testing you," which could suggest concerns about drug testing protocols in different regions. Despite these comments, Broner recognized Inoue as a talented fighter, showing respect for his abilities.
Relax, man. You like the fight, man, you better sit his little down. Yeah, of course. You know, even though I don't want to make excuses, but he's fighting over there. They ain't testing. You know, I ain't making no excuses. You know what I mean? I ain't making no. He's a good fighter, though. He's a good fighter. Me, I ain't fighting that. I ain't making no excuses, but like I told him, man. You know, I'm here for you. You know, go enjoy the fruits and labor of your work. And come back like you never left, man. You'll be champion.
The dream fight between Naoya Monster Inoue and Gervonta Tank Davis has been a long-standing fantasy for boxing fans. Even when Inoue was just 28, the idea of these two explosive fighters clashing in the ring had already captured the imagination of many. Since then, Inoue has only continued to build on his legacy as one of the most exciting and dynamic fighters in the sport. Fans have been eagerly awaiting the moment these two stars could finally face off, and their anticipation has only grown with each passing year that if this fight were to take place, it would undoubtedly be a spectacle. Both Inoue and Davis possess incredible power, speed, and skill, promising a thrilling and unpredictable bout. The energy surrounding the potential clash proves that this fight is more than just a fantasy. It's a battle boxing fans are eagerly waiting to see, knowing it would be a true showstopper in the sport.
Inoue's a color hand. No, he is good. 21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Fuck Bam a puncher. He is good.
Who's that? Inoue. Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him.
That's the one you can ask where he come from.
Yeah.
He's Japanese.
His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's 29 years old, and I said that 28. But I said that Manny Pacquiao and Triple G didn't get famous until after they were 30. Tank, are you willing to go down to 118 to fight him?
I can't get to 118.
But if you could, it would be fireworks.
Fans have been buzzing ever since Gervonta Tank Davis tweeted good luck to Naoya Monster Inoue ahead of his fight. While Tank hasn't directly expressed interest in a matchup with Inoue, the tweet has sparked excitement among fans who now see it as a hint that Tank might be open to facing the Japanese sensation Davis, a 3-division world champion with a record of 30 wins and 28 knockouts, competes at 135 pounds, holding the WBA lightweight title. At 30 years old, standing 5 feet 5 inches with a 67-inch reach, he is known for his explosive power. On the other hand, Inoue, a 4-division champion and 2-division undisputed champion, competes at 122 pounds. He is 31 years old with a perfect record of 28 wins, 25 of them by knockout, despite the notable weight difference. Inoue would potentially need to jump up 13 pounds to challenge Davis at 135. Tank believes the fight could be massive, citing similar weight jumps made by fighters like Terrence Crawford and Roy Jones Jr. Tank has expressed admiration for Inoue in the past, calling him a beast, and recently wished him luck in his fight in Japan. Inoue responded with a salute, sparking speculation about a future showdown, while Davis acknowledges Inoue's greatness. He believes the size difference may be too significant for a fair matchup. Nonetheless, both fighters have shown respect for each other's talents. While Davis's future may feature big fights against the likes of Shakur Stevenson, the idea of Inoue moving up in weight has generated considerable intrigue. Many fans see this potential clash as a legendary super fight in the making, akin to the iconic matchup between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Whether the fight actually materializes will depend on various factors, including weight classes and both fighters' willingness to take on the challenge.
That's his favorite fighter to watch. Anyway, he said that he a beast, right? And he supports Inoue. That's one of his favorite fighters to watch. He supports him. He likes Inoue, right? And so people are speculating because Tank Davis put out a post to Inoue and he told him good luck. Inoue has a fight coming up January 24th, okay, in Japan. So, it's late, early in the morning in the United States. So it'll probably be about 7, 8 in the morning, right? So Tank Davis just sent him, well wishes on his next fight, right? And he responded back to Tank, saluted Tank, sent him some emojis, right? They just acknowledge one another.
Tank's comments on the matter show a deep respect for Inoue's abilities, but he believes their size difference may be too much to overcome. Despite this, the idea of a fight between the two has generated significant interest in the boxing world. Both fighters are considered elite in their respective weight classes, with undefeated records and impressive accomplishments. A showdown between them could easily captivate boxing fans worldwide, potentially becoming one of the biggest super fights in recent years, similar to the iconic Mayweather-Pacquiao clash. However, whether this fight will materialize depends on both fighters' willingness to take on the challenge and the logistical hurdles of making it happen.
And so everybody took this as him saying he wants to fight him. So I'm like, I didn't see, other than that interview that Tank did a while back, where he said that Inoue would be a super fight, but he did say Inoue is too small, right? Inoue is 31 years of age. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Tank is about 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Although Tank says he's 5'4", they're around the same height with the same arm reach. Now Inoue can do and pull a Terrence Bud Crawford, where Inoue can fight. Inoue fights at 126. Excuse me. So he's 126. So you got 130, 135. Well, no, he's at 22. So he's 3 weight classes below Tank Davis at 135. Now he could jump up, right? That would be about 13 pounds, right? If he jumped up from 122 to 135, yeah, about 13 pounds, right? So 13-pound jump for him, fight Tank Davis. That would be a super fight. Terrence Crawford is jumping up 14 pounds from 154 to 168 to challenge Canelo Alvarez in September. So it would be similar, right? It has happened before. Roy Jones jumped up 25 pounds. So go figure.
Following Terrence Crawford's recent fight, fans are now turning their attention to the possibility of making the dream showdown between Gervonta Davis and Naoya Inoue a reality. Davis's and Inoue's undefeated records and elite status have fans hopeful that a match between the two could be organized, and they're looking to promoter Sheikh to make it happen. Sheikh has gained massive respect for his ability to orchestrate high-stakes, unforgettable matchups, and fans are optimistic that he can deliver on this epic clash, while many fans are eager to see the fight come to fruition, Japanese supporters have been quick to defend Inoue, asserting that he's already a superstar in Japan. They believe that Inoue has no need to fight Davis in the United States to validate his status. His immense success and legacy in his home country have firmly established him as one of the best, and many feel his accomplishments, skills, and popularity in Japan are proof enough that he doesn't need to leave the country to prove his worth. For them, Inoue's success speaks for itself, and he is already a global icon, regardless of the American boxing scene.
Naoya Inoue does not need to fight Tank Davis. He certainly doesn't need to give away that much size. But furthermore, he's a superstar in Japan. He doesn't really need to leave Japan to maintain his superstar status. He sold out the Tokyo Dome. That's 55,000 people. In many ways, Japan is still a very closed economy, as it was for millennia. And in a sense, a lot of Japanese industry, finance, they don't care about quote-unquote capturing the U.S. market. And I don't think Inoue needs to capture the U.S. market in order to have a 100% prosperous, financially successful career and transition into whatever he wants to do after boxing. Naoya Inoue doesn't need the United States of America.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time.